Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's Laura here for Free Practice Friday. I just found out that just a couple days ago, found out that my headset doesn't seem to be recording sound when I record videos. I can listen through it and I can talk on the phone with it, but for some reason, it's not recording the sound when I do videos. So I need to figure that out. Anyway, so I'm going to stay close to the camera today. I'm going to test out my old phone because I swear it worked on my old phone. I don't know if it's never worked on my new phone. I've had this for a few months now, I think, the newer phone. And so I don't know if it just hasn't worked at all or what. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of the older videos. I've been doing a lot of the videos much closer to the screen, so maybe it hasn't mattered. But I do want to be able to, back up and show movements and that sort of thing. But today I want to talk about, so I'm doing this video challenge on making videos, and we have a prompt each day and just make a 2-minute video. But the prompt today was really interesting, and it actually, it made me want to talk a little bit more about it. The prompt was talk about a belief in your industry that you disagree with. So something that's a commonly held belief that you think is actually wrong. And so what I talked about was the length of time that you need to practice Qigong. I come from a background where I was told, well, if you really want to heal, you need to practice at least 2 hours a day. And 3 or 4 would probably be better if you really want to make some strides. And most people don't have that amount of time. I mean, other than maybe sitting around and watching TV, people don't spend that much time doing anything other than working and sleeping. And you can't do Qigong for 3 or 4 hours at work or presumably while you're sleeping, unless I guess you're sleepwalking. So anyway, it just seemed kind of unreasonable. It seemed like a way for the school to say, you need to dedicate your life to us. And that was a little bit of what they were about. They never said, don't study with anyone else, but there was kind of this vibe that you weren't supposed to, you were supposed to be loyal to this particular school. So anyway, now I'm studying with different teachers, and my current teacher has, this is not my own, it is my opinion, but this is not my original idea. My teacher talks about how it's not necessary to practice that amount of time, that sure, if you have a sort of diluted practice, then maybe you need to practice for several hours in order to get the healing benefits. But if you have a really condensed, intense practice, then you don't, you need 15 minutes once or twice a day. So 15 minutes once a day if you're healthy, and so that would maintain your health, and 15 minutes twice a day if you are trying to deal with some specific issue. So 15 minutes, my practices go, sometimes they're a little bit less than that, sometimes they're longer, sometimes I'm just, really into it, and I will practice longer. But it's this idea that you don't have to completely rearrange your lifestyle to be able to practice Qigong and to get some of the benefits of it. So 15 minutes twice a day is less time than most people would spend at the gym if they went. They might go an hour, well, maybe not every day. So maybe on average, it kind of averages out. But personally, I think that daily practice is more effective than a shorter daily practice is more effective than a longer periodic practice. So maybe you go to the gym 3 times a week or 4 times a week. So I would say, daily shorter practice of Qigong would be a lot more beneficial, kind of like meditation or anything that you're practicing, right? If you're a musician and you only practice once a week, but you practice for 4 hours, you're not going to get the same kind of increases in your ability and your skill that you would if you practiced for half an hour every day. So anyway, that's my thought on Qigong practice and having a shorter, more intense practice. I kind of liken it to, the slow drip. You've got the IV method of practice where you practice for a long period of time, kind of like going for chemo. You sit there for 4 hours and let it drip into your body. or you have the bolus dose that is more intense, but it actually allows you to then just sit in the chair for 15 minutes and get your chemo. I'm saying chemo, not that we're all dealing with cancer, but that same kind of idea. So we've got the slow drip method versus the bolus method. And the Qigong that I practice and teach now is more the bolus method. And that's what I'm recommending to people these days. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.